That don't look too bad. Oh, you're watching Whiskey Dance. And you're late. So for anybody that hasn't been paying attention, or if you're new to the channel, this is my 1966 F600 that we are turning into a pickup. I've already started on our dually box. I wasn't exactly sure where I wanted this just yet. I need to get this box off of here. That's going to happen on Friday. But I figured since we've been doing welding themed videos that I would, I think I'm going to add about 6-8 inches to this bumper. Drop it down. And maybe tuck her in a little bit because I don't know how I feel about that gap. But we'll see about that when the time comes. But for now, I'm going to pull this off and then we'll get it marked out. Straighten anything that needs to get straightened because, I mean, it's an old farm truck, obviously. She got pulled out once or twice. So get them horns off there. I don't think we'll be pulling it around anymore with any luck. So, without further ado, let's take this thing off. Alright, so this top horn on the passenger side is obviously bent from getting pulled or pushed or whatever. And what I'm going to do is just grab the sledgehammer and beat the crap out of it. Otherwise I got to cut it off, but I don't really want to, so let's see what happens. Okay. So I got both of those out, but there's actually a gigantic hidden nut underneath that sandwiches between the bumpers. So almost got it. What do you think I should do with those horns? Think I should leave them on there, or put them on the bottom so they look like teeth or something? What do you guys think? All right, I got one side loose. This side is fighting me. My ratchet is a little bit too big. So I got the one size strip saw. Nice little crescent wrench. Hopefully I can get it in there. If not, I am going to cut it off. And I really don't want to do that because I'd like to save it. So we'll see. All right, so we got it lopped off. Unfortunately, I damaged one of those horns. I might be able to fix it, but I don't know if it's worth it. I'm probably going to try to straighten these out. I think I am going to try to move the bumper a little bit closer to the body. Just because that gap is huge. I got to pound on that and straighten it out. And then the plan is, basically, I'm going to cut the bottom half off. And maybe go down there and then down there and cut that bottom half off, and then I'll put a filler piece in the middle. I'm thinking, I don't know, 6-8 inches of drop. It just looked like it was too high before, and with those wheels sitting so far in, I think it's going to help the appearance just a little bit. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I was looking at wheels and tires, but boy, are they expensive. Whew. It's definitely not going to fit in our budget, but who knows? Also, I was looking at these there's a pretty good chance we could put those springs on the bottom. So that's an automatic like 3 inches lower that we would be. I feel like we could get away with that. And then the back, I mean, I can put that stuff anywhere. Maybe when I do my frame notch, I'll take a section out of it so that all this bolts up higher in the frame. Maybe take a few springs out because we really aren't going to need any of that anymore. So I think we could, I don't know. I'm not trying to get too low, but 3-4 inches might be doable. I don't know. We'll see in the grand scheme of things once we get there. So anyways, I'm going to cook some dinner, and yeah, we'll come back and jump on this maybe tomorrow night. Do you guys remember that junkyard video I did, I don't know, sometime last summer? There was an F600 out there, and it had a really special grill guard on it. They're really hard to find. It was a little bit beat up, but I think this might be the project to go get that. I don't know. I'm going to go see if it's still there tomorrow. Maybe we'll take a quick junkyard tour one more time. Since we're there and the weather's supposed to be decent, why not? But, yeah. Anyways, let's check back in tomorrow. All right, so this is the material that we'll be adding to our bumper. It is freezing cold outside, so we're gonna take it into the shop. Gonna let her warm up for a little bit, and then yeah, basically I'm gonna cut along there and then do the exact same thing on that side, and then cut the bottom of this bumper off and slice that piece in. So lots of work. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna be working on the ground with this because, well, I haven't built the workbench yet. I really need to, so maybe in one of these future episodes we'll do that. Anyways, my plan is to find a nice flat spot in the middle of this, and we're gonna mark it, and then there is a spot where it gets lower, where the license plate drops down, so then we're gonna come down from there. And then we'll cut this bottom section where the license plate is out. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. And we'll try to get this in there lined up the best that it can. This is 1/4 inch and this is 3/16. Work didn't have any 3/16, so it's usually scrap pieces that I'm dealing with, so I can't complain. Anyways. So this curve isn't quite right as well. It's really, really close, about as close as the guy can get. So we may need to manipulate it just a little bit, but I think it's gonna look real good. So anyways, I'm gonna mark all this, cut it, and then we'll bring it right back. Also, when we get this cut apart, that'll be a good time to pound on any of this stuff and try to straighten it out. It's pretty crooked. And we'll grab a negative screwdriver, pop that license plate off quick. Does anybody want that? It's not super old, but I'm willing to mail it out if anybody needs it. So the plan is, like, once I get this done, is that when we try to mount it to the truck, we're gonna suck it in as tight as we possibly can. So it's not gonna be a gigantic bumper, but it's gonna look a whole lot bigger. I haven't decided if I'm gonna leave it Wimbledon white or if I'm gonna paint it black yet. What do you guys think? Anyways, let's get to marking and cutting. So I couldn't decide if I wanted to put the license plate on the top or the bottom, but I think I'm going to leave it where it is. And then I'll just cut this. I'm going to try to leave this bottom piece all together, as well as the top. That way it'll kind of keep its shape, and I don't know, just seems like it'd be easier. Maybe not, I don't know. What do you guys think? But that's how I'm doing it. Let's cut it. Got a little tip for you guys. See how I'm starting to cut this here, but I pretty much scribed it with the death wheel. So I'll start cutting here, and then I'll follow my line up a little ways. And that is so once I get through this cut, it'll pretty much just follow that line now. It's kind of hard to deviate. You know, it's like digging a trench. If you got the top straight, the bottom should be straight. That makes sense. Anyways, this will follow that line. All right, so I got the first side cut. It looks good. Tried whacking on this a couple times to straighten it out. I don't think that's happening. I think I might have to cut this out, pound on it a little bit, or maybe weld in some new material, drill another hole. So I think now we'll cut that side off, and then maybe we'll get the new material vice gripped on this side, and we can start welding. So let's get that side lopped off quick. All right, we have pieces of bumper everywhere. Looks like they're on sale. They're half off. Oh, ouch. Sounded funnier in my head. Anyways, Glenn from 1776 Garage should be here shortly. And then hopefully my little brother Jeff, aka break your arm off and hand it to you. So anyways, I'm gonna set this, well actually I'm gonna clean up my work area, and then I'm gonna start vice gripping this stuff together and see how we're looking. I might have to clean up my cuts a little bit, or do a little bit of grinding or whatever, make it a little easier. But yeah, we're gonna get this thing looking good and extra tough, so that if Whistling Diesel wants to try to run into something with it, it ain't gonna do no damage. All right, so we got this all cleaned up. I'm going to try to set this on there and see if I can't get these two tacked together. Being that they're different thicknesses, it kind of makes it a little hard to vice grip, so I guess I'll just start on one end and work my way to the other. Let's see what happens. All right, so my plan is that I'm gonna weld it right here. I'm gonna put a nice thick bead on there, or I should say tack, but not so much that I can't move it, because I still need to get the rest of this lined up. I mean, it's smooth here in the corner, so that's where I'm gonna start, and then it starts to get flush again down here. But I wanna weld it here, and then I'll probably pick up on this and weld it here where it's flush again, and then maybe I can push down on that side to get it to where it all kinds of lines up. And if I have to, if this arch isn't quite right, maybe I can throw a ratchet strap on it or something to kind of squeeze it a little bit. But if you do something like that, you want to keep your strap in the center of whatever you're trying to bend, because if you keep to one side, then your arch or your bend isn't going to be true. If that makes sense. Otherwise it could be tight on the bottom and then loose on the top, and that ain't gonna work. So anyways, let's since I like where this is at right now, I'll tack it, and then we'll get a straight edge on it, kind of eyeball it, make sure we're still, like this is rounded here, but then it's gonna be straight with this and then it'll round back out underneath. So we'll get it figured out. One way or another, it's happening today. So you hear about that kidnapping on the street? Yeah, he's fine. Somebody woke him up. All right. I'm gonna attack this quick. I'll be right back. Sometimes you just have to use what you got. I didn't like that gap right there, so I'm just one hand in this. Look at it now. It's perfect. So I'm gonna attack up here, and then yeah, just keep manipulating it so it lines up perfectly. Get it figured out. All right, so you might have to put a ratchet strap here, or pry on this to hold this side down, or vice versa, or push on it with your screwdriver to hold them together. There's a million different ways to do it, but you gotta be careful with your equipment. I just busted the tip off of my Harbor Freight negative screwdriver. That's all right, we'll file her down. She'll live another day. Anyways, I'm getting close to having this part done. Just need to maybe get the vice grips on there. We'll figure it out. All right, so once again, we had to get a little bit creative. This, let's see, this spot right here was sticking out quite a bit. So we had to over squeeze it. And see how I stayed in the middle, so this stays true. I had to over squeeze that. And now I'm gonna have to back my ratchet strap off so that I can get it where it needs to be now, hopefully. I put a decent weld on it. If it doesn't go back far enough, then I might have to bounce it off the floor a few times, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. One way or another, it's gonna happen. Well, this is really starting to take shape. All right, now I gotta clean the paint off of the bottom portion of my bumper. And yeah, I'm gonna have to fight with it just a little bit, but all in all, I'm really happy. I think it's gonna look great. One other thing that I'm gonna have to do, however, which kind of sucks, is I'm gonna have to cut this in half. And then I will have to mimic where it drops down right here, and then this will just all go to the bottom. I was thinking that I could get away with it for some reason, but I don't know, with the gaps and everything's just not quite looking right, so that should be pretty easy to do. We got big breaks at work, so maybe the center section won't be welded in today, but for sure we'll knock it out next week. So, hey, look who showed up. It's Glenn from 1776 Garage. He's here to help me today. He was just passing by the neighborhood, so he swung in. Glenn? Everybody?
I'm Glenn from 1776 Garage, and I'm from Bloomfield, Iowa, and I'm working on a 1967 Mercedes 250 SE. And I'm kind of at a standstill because I had to get this guy to weld my exhaust manifold back together. And so when I get back home, I will put a video out getting that done. And hopefully it'll start and run quietly. So yeah.
It'll definitely run.
It's an Arizona car, no rust.
Yeah.
So
check out his videos. He just did one, I believe it was last week, about doing a quick walk around, and I don't think I've ever seen one that clean. But I'm also from Minnesota, so it's like everything has rust on it.
I'm from Iowa, it's no different.
Yeah.
It's no different, but this sat in the garage.
Yeah.
Actual garage line. You can know it's not fake because the dirt that's on it's been there a while. And there's footprints that are frozen into it from something.
So hopefully he'll have it back together soon so that he can take it out and enjoy it a little bit this summer. Me and Dave from Classic Car Revivals are trying to talk him into buying like an F100 or, you know, something American. And why not? So.
Yeah, cheaper. But it is cheaper.
Right. So anyways, we're going to jump on this bumper that I've been working on all morning and Then we're going to go out and work on the F600 pickup build. So anyways. All right, so you're just going to start here and work your way back and forth and complete your weld. So. This is Glenn's first time welding. Jeff! Jeff! And onto this bumper. She got big real quick.
That piece looks nice. Yeah, I wish I had the same people that give you metal constantly give me metal.
Yeah? What do you need? Talking to my buddy Daryl.
Nothing right now, but
I thought I was going to be able to section this and put a piece in, but I'm going to have to cut this and then move this piece down here and then I'll match this.
sure.
And then I might fill this in and move
That'd
the
be
license
easier,
plate
anyway.
to the bottom. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Make it flat.
Make it flat?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Eh. It's too late. Oh, it already looks way better than I thought it was going to. Then I left this edge long, so you see how this has got some little curve to it.
Sure.
I'm just gonna try to duplicate that. I thought about maybe putting some fog lights or something towards the outside.
I would.
I'll leave it all. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I like it a lot.
Anyways.
I didn't know if your dogs were or not.
Don't look too bad. Just needs a little bit of love. Oh,
I love it. I'm glad I gave you the idea.
Yeah, what a genius. All right, so we're gonna start putting the Auxbeam headlights in this. And we're also gonna pull that box off. You guys can check that bumper out one more time. Looks pretty good. So I'll put you on time lapse, and if something important happens, we'll come back. All right, so here are the Auxbeam headlights. They look extremely easy to install. It's pretty much just plug it in, and then if you want the feature for the marker lights or the blinker, then you just hot wire that into your existing wiring. These things, they look like they're about bulletproof. We were playing catch with them earlier. I could throw them about 60 feet, give or take, depending on the wind. But, anyways, we'll zoom in here, and Jeff will show you what he's doing. How to get those headlights out. take it away, Jeffy.
You just unscrew these here positive screws.
Dogs.
And then
Quiet on set.
this beauty ring twists and comes off. Okay. Of course, this one's stripped out. Doesn't want to come out. It's 150 years old.
Didn't start stripping until you got here.
Got to get my money somehow.
Dollar bills.
We need to grab a little screwdriver or something, or pry bar, and push back on that. It's just the thread on the inside of it.
Like a Phillips Plus screwdriver.
Phillips Plus. Take this one off.
A large negative work.
Maybe try to shove that. We're basically just trying to put some pressure on it so we can. You know what I mean?
Golly, I'm good. So easy, a caveman can do it.
Yeah. No offense, David from Classic Car Rivals.
Yeah.
David.
Thanks for showing up.
Yeah. Where you at? Ben came all the way from Iowa this morning.
Taking you off the Christmas list. You didn't even get to come with this year.
All right, that
Now,
should just plug right in.
there is no left or right for these, so.
That'll plug into that.
So what you mean they're Army proof?
Yeah. You're right.
They're Chris proof. He can do it. Hey, good job.
You do have to make sure they're turned the correct way. And I believe that is right. You know, speaking of Christmas, my brother David, for $50, drank a can of cream corn. That was pretty funny. And he killed it, you know. Didn't let up, just pounder. Another time for $50, I got to cut his hair with a clipper. That was a good time. And what was that one? My brother Jamie looks like Scott Farkas, the guy from The Christmas Story with the red hair and freckles and wore the coonskin cap. So I offered him $1,000 to wear that hat for an entire year. But every time I saw him, he had to have that hat on, and he wouldn't do it. What an idiot!
Here you go.
All right. Get that ring on there. It's pretty simple, huh? So how long did that take?
Do you like it?
All of 3 minutes. Yeah, it's as simple as removing the old headlight.
Longer than you gave your wife last night, Bob.
Where is he at anyway? Bob! Anyways, so we're going to repeat the process on this side.
We're gonna
And,
do the same thing.
But rinse and repeat one more time.
in other words, yes.
Hopefully these screws come out better.
I feel like they will. This truck has 48,000 original miles on it. I don't understand why the brakes don't work at all, but we'll get it figured out. That'll be future episodes. It's supposed to be in the 50s next week, so I'd really like to get a bunch of this done.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me when it's cold.
You know, that's how it works.
My fingers.
This has been the best winter we've had.
You wouldn't even let me have any gloves either.
I'll put in mind, but,
Yeah, right. Well, I got this extra pair right here if you want them.
My hands are getting hot.
Got room for one more if you want to go to Aspen. Anyways, we'll get back to you in just a minute. All right, should we turn some headlights on? Can you tell the difference between the high beam?
Yeah, you can tell a lot of difference.
Can you?
No.
That's not doing anything.
Oh, it did something. Oh. Yeah, you can see them. They're moving in there.
It's been a while since somebody stopped on that button, I think.
It's
Holy sh!
It's gonna be way more lighting. Than
And I'm blind.
yeah, it's gonna be way more lighting than what it was. I love it.
Yeah, I think I need a little bit better camera angle.
I really,
Get a picture of it.
Yeah.
Tell me that doesn't look good.
Come out here tonight. Take a picture.
Right.
For video.
I could not be happier. Now we just need to get that box off there. Step 2 of the video.
Ready?
See.
Try to cut this box off. Pick the coldest day of the week. But, whatever.
We're gonna try to keep all of our fingers.
Most of them. Definitely most of them. That's why it's so important to wear safety glasses as well. Because nobody wants a story like, you remember that time you lost your eye?
Who needs safety glasses?
So what we're going to do is just cut these hooks. And then we'll cut anything else loose. See if we can't lift it up. If it's too heavy, we'll just cut some more. So should be fairly simple.
Cut it into manageable pieces.
Yeah, for the little guy.
Me. I got these little hands.
That's why he doesn't eat Whoppers.
I think you really are autistic.
All right, so we're all set up. We're going to pull this off. Apparently, Glenn is on the witness relocation program, so his new name is Hank. And I'm going to blur his face out. So don't pay attention to the earlier video. So. Anyways, let's go. All right, got the sides off. It's looking good. I think we're gonna pick a warm day to scrape all them frozen leaves and whatever else out of there.
You know, it took us 3 days, but we got it.
That's right, day and night. So,
Oh, that looks awesome.
yeah, it does. And that says Lucky K Farms. I think we're gonna call it WD or Lucky WD Farms. I don't know. Maybe take the F off and just call it Arms.
60.
Something original like WD-40. Easy. I might dump that box on accident. So if anybody's looking for a bed, I got one.
That wasn't attached.
Just assume that it has brakes. Like, whoop, whoop. Don't look too bad, does it? Guys ready for some moving magic? Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Another couple of weeks and we will be done with our transformation. I love it. Love the way the bumper looks. Special thank you to Jeffrey and Glenn from 1776 Garage for all the help. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to check out all of my friends. I'll leave all of their information in the description. So, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yes, guys.
You did?
Yeah.
Here's a little bonus material for you. So I think we're going to get rid of those lights and put some of those cab lights on there, as well as up on the roof. And then I got some lights that I'm going to put in the bumper as well. Just small ones. What else? I don't know. I think about pulling a step off it. And obviously we're going to put this box on there. Get the interior cleaned up. We are going to adjust the suspension so that it's sitting lower. I can probably get 3-4 inches out of the front by putting the axle above the spring. What else? Gotta tint the windows. I think we're gonna paint match the box or paint the whole thing. I don't know. A whole bunch going on with this project. If you guys have any suggestions of what you think might be cool, feel free to say something. What, buddy?
I just fell down the stairs.
Oh no, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, it's a good thing you're so tough. Yeah.
I did my monster.
You did?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, thanks for the help today, Jeff. I appreciate it. Little jazz hands.
I guess
We will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
There is no light.